Food Bank Fridays. Every year on the Gaydos and Chad show, we partner with St. Mary's Food Bank. And our goal is always to feed Arizonans. There's a huge need. And we asked many of you listeners to donate. Our goal was to hit $20,000, which equated to 100,000 meals. In a second, we're going to find out how we did. Jerry Brown is joining us from over at St. Mary's. Jerry, it's great to have you in studio. Look at you. You look fantastic.
Gaydos, Chad, thanks so much. And thanks to all the listeners out there who donated during Food Bank Fridays this year.
Hey, so before I get to the number, because I don't know the number, I got a check behind me that I'm going to, all right? So, and gosh, boy, if we didn't make it.
If we didn't make it this year, we're both fired. If we did make it, new contracts around for everybody.
The need of families coming in. How many families you got rolling up, trying to get the kids fed? It is such a need here. That's why we do Food Bank Fridays.
We have 800 agency partners around the state. Just at our two main locations today, we had 1,340 families. Wow. And that's actually a little light. It's been as many as 1,500 on days, and those are people that are waiting in line in their cars 45 minutes on 115 degrees for the food, so they need it.
Gosh. Give a breakdown of when the day starts, when people start arriving, how you work with your partners. What does that look like?
We go from 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. at our two main locations. The line starts forming maybe around 6:45. And we have anywhere from 100 to 110 cars in the queue at any one time. Then after that, we have to start sending them around the block because we can't block the traffic on Thomas Road.
Right.
But not only are we doing that, but we're out doing 8,000 breakfasts and lunches for the kids during the day. We're handing out water, in 110 degrees and helping out our agency partners that do hydration stations around the valley. So there's a lot of work to be done in the summer.
All right, in a second, we're going to find out how we did on Food Bank Friday. The check is right behind me. We're going to bring it up here in a second. Some of the stories that we talked about, we had a 7-year-old little boy who told you out of the back seat, rolled his window down, said, "Hey, it's my birthday tomorrow." And
that was
it was a huge story because it got people to say, "Oh my gosh." You kind of messed up a little bit, right?
And whether it was Safeway or Albertsons or Fry's who gave me that birthday cake and donated it, thank you.
Because you
bailed me out.
Right. You said, well, it means birthday cake tomorrow.
Right.
And for everybody, that doesn't mean birthday.
You don't think about it.
No.
It's out of your mouth before you. Right. Obviously, who doesn't get a birthday cake when they're 7 years old? Of course you get a birthday cake.
Somebody who goes to a food bank to get. And so you sprinted back in there to see if you had any cakes.
Yeah.
And you had
with a
one.
red face.
Right. With a red face.
Hoping and praying. Oh, my God, did I put my foot in this one?
And
we were coming out with something, but luckily it was a birthday cake.
You put the cake in a bag, put it in there, you loaded it into the car, and you didn't even tell them.
No.
And that's the beauty of this, man. Not only did you feed this family and give them a birthday party, you gave them love. Mm-hmm. And that is just so awesome. And our audience heard that and went crazy. They really did. They opened up their bank accounts and they said, "No, this is why you guys do what you do, and I want to be a part of it."
Right, and that's one of the cool things about working at the food bank. We do get a lot of. We do get to see a lot of kids because it's single parents or it's a parent that's at home and has the child with them. So we do get to see a lot of those little kids. So we always make sure, we have little toys or dolls around at Christmas time, or, if we have extra, drinks or something, make sure that we want to do something for them when they're here because they're not getting those special things right now.
And a little thing goes such a long way in a memory bank of that. And what that might mean for somebody like him if he goes on to do something big in the future and says, "These people gave me a cake," and you don't even think about that.
And a smile from that kid fills your engine too.
Absolutely,
it gets you through.
Especially when you go through times where you're like, "Oh my God, are we going to make it?"
Yep. And when it's hot and when it's tough, all of a sudden you get that fuel.
Absolutely.
And that kid may have thought waking up on his birthday, no cake, because Mom, we don't know.
Yeah,
what
they already told him that next year there was going to be a bigger, better cake.
Yeah.
That this year it wasn't going to happen.
Yeah. And it did.
Yeah.
Okay. Jerry Brown is joining us from St. Mary's Food Bank Friday in the month of June. Let's see how we did.
Let's see.
And when I say we, I mean the three of us and everybody out there listening, because Chad and I have said this for a long time. We've got a massive platform, and if we don't use it, shame on us. So we want to use it for good. So we try to get $20,000 donated. That would have equated to 100,000 meals. Not only did we get the 20,000 donated, we got $28,400.
That's a win right there, baby.
That's not 100,000 meals. That's 142,000 5,000 meals.
Right. And if
That's what I'm talking about.
And if you donated $1, every dollar you donated was 5 meals. So if you remember back to, hey, maybe I donated $20. If I donated $20, that's 100 meals of that total is from your donation.
We got about 20 seconds. What do you want to say to the audience that poured their money into this?
Thank you so much for everything that you do. The only way that we can feed everybody and say yes to every family is if the Valley supports us, and they always do, and KTAR does as well. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much.
All right, Jerry, keep up the good work, and we'll see you next year.
All right. It's a date.
Food Bank Friday. It'll return next year in June. Forget 20 grand. How about almost 30 grand? 142,000 meals. Congratulations, everybody, and thank you for your donations out there.